I actually heard about Sophie Rain months ago, and it was from my daughter, Sophia, who happened to see her stuff on TikTok. So when I think everyone sensationalizes, oh my gosh, I made so much money on OnlyFans, I think we miss the point of what TikTok really is doing is creating a adult TikTok persona that stems from TikTok, and then what that person is then doing, whether it was Sophie or it was all the girls in her clique, her other girlfriends that she associates that do a podcast to help her look like she's making more money, right? We have two women who are challenging each other, whose ego, who's going to make more money on OnlyFans, whatever the case may be. But really, you're looking at a person who got TikTok famous. That's why my daughter brought her up. And then you're seeing that she exploits the fact of virginity, if you will, for men to then go on to her platform and unlock some naughty virgin stuff, right? What I just have to say, because I am a woman of a good heart and I know it and I know the business very well, I'm getting a graduate degree in marketing, digital marketing, is that this is not factual, but what she can show to people to make it factual is a bank statement. How much do you pay your team? I just know that I negotiate down when people have running my pages. I'm one human, I am one parent, and I can only do so much. So I pay my teams globally, global teams. I pay people all the time. So I do know for the girls who just start out like a Sophie Rain or anyone like Sophie Rain, adult TikToker, they're paying so much more money to market to have these agencies take more money. I'm seeing agencies take up to these other littler girls' stuff of 50%. So I'm happy we have this conversation going. I'm happy Sophie Rain's acting like she's doing something different. She's making more money. But look, I've done the private jets, the cars, the everything. I've done it all. But I also know in my young 20s that those other influences, especially male influences, it's a lot of toxicity. So you don't need to compete with other women. You don't need to do all these tactics.
Well, it's already changing, and you can take her like out of the equation because I don't think her making that money is going to change anything in the porn industry because she's not even having sex. She's not even, is she even showing her boobs? I don't even know. Like, she's a virgin. So I don't know about that, but there's definitely cracks in the industry for professional porn to meaning the professional traditional sites and everything, just because it's hard to keep stars in the industry, because you'll like porn sites will make stars, or only they'll use like performers will use professional porn sites to get a lot of traffic and viewers and followers. But then when they get popular, they go to OnlyFans and they just stay there because it's easier to make money. I mean, I know from my own experience, I mean, I make 6 figures a month, and it's like you just have so much of an easier time like doing your customs and doing like your interactive videos and all of that stuff. You could do it from your home all the time. But of course, in my case, I like to go to the traditional porn companies because I like to make the actual feature productions. And that's not really a possibility on OnlyFans. It can be, but you're gonna have to do a lot of work and a lot of like effort on your own, and wouldn't have like the production team behind it. But there are already cracks in the industry because it's hard to keep stars. So it's the rare ones that get paid a lot in the industry to keep them to coming back. But it's definitely changed, and the pandemic really shifted that, because people saw, okay, make money like at home and do everything. Of course, there's also a flip side to that, because a lot of people like nurses and teachers and stuff were coming on saying, oh, I'm making all this money in the pandemic and everybody's making money on OnlyFans. But a lot of that has dropped off because you have to put a lot of effort and time in branding in that. I'd be curious to see how this girl, like, who is a team with her or behind her? Are they like trying to use this as like a marketing vehicle? Like, I'm really curious about like who is driving this, because I don't know if it's just her, like just announcing this. But maybe she's like a really a little publicity diva. I think it's BS. Can I say bullshit here? I don't know. Okay. But I don't have any proof of that, of course, but just in my experience, somebody who's a virgin, first of all, I know that's an appeal to people, but in that large amount of money from not even having any, like, I hadn't heard of her before, nothing in porn, nothing in like influencer space or anything, or mainstream or that. And that she's come on the scene and said she's made all this money with really going under the radar. Because I think if somebody was making that much money in a year, you would have been hearing about it consistently. People would have been after her. Porn sites would have been after her to do this stuff. So it's like, it just smells like publicity stunt to get more subscribers. I'm not saying she's not doing well. She probably feels like she is doing really well, but okay, I can grab for the bigger ring and I can go for, bigger stuff. But I think in the end, if you do this just for a publicity stunt, and if you're trying to, trick people or something, it all blows up in the end. I mean, how much is the Hawk Tuah girl making?